right, let's go now with Patriot Offshore Racing, F-177, the 29-foot fountain. Curtis Watkins, the driver. John Dames is the throttle man. Mercury powered, 500 horsepower inboard. Patriot Offshore Racing. Viper Marine, the owner of this fountain. Other crew members include Ronnie Skimmer. This boat took a second place in St. Cloud a couple of weeks ago. Special thanks to Competitive Edge for the maintenance on the boat. On board Patriot Offshore Racing. Patriot Racing. Curtis Watkins and John Dames. Here's one of the Rindle boats. Patriot goes by. Nice jump there. As we said, the waters are not as bumpy as last year, though. They're a little rocking and rolling going on here in Daytona. Start, Factory One start. We got a ton of boats there. We've got Patriot, Offshore Addiction, Flashwave, Mutual Fun. We also have Typhoon Racing and Propco getting ready for the green now. And we've got the green flag here on the Factory One start here at Marathon Offshore Grand Prix. And we got Velocity VR1 going to the immediate lead, followed by Patriot and Propco with Mutual Fun back there as well. There's VR1 Velocity. And there's Patriot. Patriot Racing. And Mutual Fun. So we got the Velocity, Mutual Fun, Patriot, and Propco. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the early moments of this race. Velocity, Mutual Fun, Patriot, and Propco. Boat's getting a little close there, but no problem. Calm waters here in Marathon, Florida. Patriot, Propco, Mutual Fun, and back there on the outside, but your leader right now by a close margin is Velocity there. You can see Velocity on the far outside. Velocity, Patriot, Propco, and Mutual Fun. Around the turn. Offshore Addiction coming in on the inside. Offshore Addiction also in the mix. An activator all the way there, back there. Once again, Velocity. Uh-oh, Propco goes into Patriot. We got a major collision here as Patriot spins around and hits Offshore Addiction as well. Let's see it again. As we go around the turn, there is Propco getting close to Patriot and collides with Patriot. And we've got one occupant out of Propco in the water as we see Patriot spin around and hit Offshore Addiction, and Patriot itself now begins to do a 360. We've got a major mishap here on the first turn here in the Factory 1 start. We'll tell you more about that occupant out of that Propco boat in a moment. Let's go on board now as it looks from the Patriot Racing team. Going into that first turn. Propco on the right side. On board Patriot with Curtis Watkins and John Thames. In Propco, we've got David Carruth and Steve Wessinger. Let's listen. Major collision as Patriot spins around, but as you can see, Curtis Watkins and John Thames, they are okay, and they're trying to figure out what just happened. What happened was they got sighted by Propco, as one occupant in the Propco boat is out of the boat. Let's see that again. They go around the first turn one more time. Patriot going into Offshore Addiction, spins around. But they are Patriot Offshore Racing, F177. It's a 29-foot fountain. Curtis Watkins, the driver. John Thames is the throttle man. Patriot Offshore Racing, you remember the other week that it was involved with Propco in Marathon, Florida in that incident. And as you can see, Patriot has repaired its hull and is back racing here in Cape Cod. Curtis Watkins and John Thames, driver and throttle man. Mercury powered. A lot of hanging and banging today here in Cape Cod. As we can tell you, there are a number of Factory 1 boats that are out of the race, including High Energy, Full Tilt Racing, Offshore Addiction, and VR1. Also, a number of performance boats are out as well. So the weather conditions here, the bumpy water conditions, are taking their toll. But this boat right here, Patriot Offshore Racing, is running well.